Peace, love, and harmony, family. I am Infinite Elevation, consciously keeping high vibrational love frequencies alive on the planet abundantly. Because we real G's know that elevation is the way to grow abundantly. Can you feel me? Now let's get into this. Now today, I want to talk to you guys about what it means to be vulnerable now. And there were times in my life where I was over vulnerable in a victim way, in the sense that somebody would have done me something wrong and then I will just complain about it and not do anything about it. And sometimes even make amends with the person who has caused the victim mentality and go right back into it. And I had to overcome this because it was something that was taken for granted now, where I was extremely open with every and anybody and just giving my love freely to every and anybody. And I had to get to the root of this and I had to ask myself, well, why? Especially when I woke up to my reality, why would I have put myself through that now? And the only answer that I came up with is wanting others to see the purity I hold within myself and be appreciated for it. And I couldn't recognize that for some years and probably some decades until I woke up fully to myself in 2023 and started to really, really see deeply into reality what I was doing to myself and being vulnerable for the wrong people and wanted to be appreciated by them because of the efforts I used to put out and how open I was about myself with love. And I am still vulnerable in the sense that I am not vulnerable in a victim mentality. I'm more vulnerable to people who give me substance in my life now, things that I know within myself, and we can sit and talk about it and get it off of our chest and relate to each other, without trying to manipulate each other or gaslight each other. Just like be real with each other and just come in a space where healing can take place because they too have had a situation similar to what I have gone through, and we can sit down and talk about it. And this is how I connect with my vulnerability now. Anything outside of that, I tend to deal with it head on. And by head on, I mean without fear now, but between last night and today, I learned something intuitively now. And instead of reacting, I learned between last night and today during meditation that everything for your life is already written. Now I say this before, but it comes to a deeper understanding of myself, especially when I realize, well, okay, Nell, if this chapter of your life was already written for you, and because you're awake now and you can see the outcomes, why the hell react? You understand? Knowing what you know already inside, why are you reacting? And I had to talk to myself deeply, and I saying to myself, you know what? That's the truth. I was vulnerable enough to be vulnerable with me, to know, hey, this externalizing of the self will just cause you to lose energy now. And now, as I progress every day and become more vulnerable with me and others like myself, and realizing why there are manifestations, why there are things happening for my life unknowingly to me, sometimes unknowingly to me, or just knowing at the brink of time, or seeing into dimensions of what will happen, I decided to give myself full on surrender to stillness now, because this is what it wants me to do. It wants me to observe what was already written for myself now, what was already spoken for myself now, and know that that will come forward without me having to get involved now. And continue being vulnerable to yourself as you experience all that is inevitable to happen, And I had that realization with conversations with myself, being vulnerable enough to know that, hey, you didn't come this far to ruin what will happen in the future, and everything that needs to be out of your life, that needs to be in your life, all of that will fall in alignment, just because I became vulnerable with myself now. And it's just that tiny war that was going on inside of me, that I wasn't able to be vulnerable with me now. And on top of that, having no fear for nothing and no one, made me somewhat invulnerable with myself now, not putting that vulnerability towards myself first now, and having myself exposed, like if I was some victim to something when I'm not, and seeing for myself what I know I have got, you know, I've got this, I've got this. And because I am so unique and special to the universe and the earth, I am. There's nothing outside of myself that can project onto me other than what I know within, and keep that peace within myself and allow the quantum field to do the works that my heart desire. No? And it is from deep meditation between last night, just before I fell asleep, and waking up in this new day today, that I see being vulnerable unto myself is a leadership skill for myself. Now it brings out a humbleness within me, for me, and not for anybody else. You know, it makes me compassionate and loyal to me. And it is in the state of now actually grasping it from a different perspective and now applying it to my life, knowing very well that, hey, all these years of being awake and manifesting my life, everything that was written, spoken, that doesn't serve my life will eventually leave my life. So I don't have to put up a fight or try to prove a point with the power I exude for my life now. I just let it be, because everything was written and spoken in reality, and it's only a matter of time, a matter of space in time, that all these things that have affected my life will start to crumble out of my life or leave my reality. And it is getting myself in that space and understanding that, hey, Emma, you got this. You know, this is a time, this is a space in time to chill and reap the benefits of your manifestations for your life, and allow what needs to be unfold without putting your masculine up front, and let your feminine work for your life, because she's the one that is intuitively guiding you and showing you everything that will happen for your life. And she's the one that is protecting your avatar, rather than to use the old programmings to prove anything for your life. And it is in a deep meditation, my feminine remind me, baby girl, you don't need to prove anything to anybody. Just sit and watch back. Sit and watch how life unfolds for you beautifully. It is because of this heart of mine that wants the best for all reflections of myself who have been through it. I now understand what vulnerability means for myself. You know, it means me just being open with my heart for those who will receive the magnitude of power we exude with our heart, and know that our internal beauty is enough to manifest what we want to see in reality without having to lift a finger, because sometimes I say lift a, in past videos I say lift a finger, and it does happen that way when I don't have to lift a finger, but there were times that I lifted a finger and it didn't prove anything to me. So today is a day I surrender to my own words now and just rock back, enjoy my life, live happily with myself and reflections of myself, and just let the quantum field do what it have to do, because I am vulnerable, I am open, loving, authentic with myself, and my reality will shift in favor of me because of where my love is coming from where my love is coming for humanity. So I say to you today, beautiful souls, it is okay to be vulnerable with people who are as vulnerable as you and share similar experiences and solutions to the vulnerability that you have for yourself now. Because it's only in that space, being vulnerable yourself, you could be vulnerable with others. And I had to learn this the hard way, and I have to remind myself that you could bring a camel to the water, but if you don't want to drink the water, you just don't want to drink it. And that's just it. You understand? And you can't be concerned whether it live or die. You just had to let what takes place what happens in nature happens in nature now. Right? And keep on moving forward. Hit your vulnerability for yourself and recognize because you have this for yourself, you will know exactly who to be vulnerable with in your life. And that, my friends, is something that no one can take away from you, your heart, and your life. I am infinite elevation, exponentially healthy, wealthy, with the highest potentials for life infinitely. Please tap that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Share this with someone who needs to hear this. Yes, share this with someone who needs to hear this. Because when you're vulnerable with yourself, You will keep your energy intact with yourself now, knowing exactly what will take place with you without you having to lift that finger. Once again, I am infinite elevation. Yeah. Consciously keeping high vibrational love frequencies alive on the planet abundantly. Because we real J's know elevation is the way to grow abundantly. Can you feel me? I know you can. To have a beautiful, spectacular, awesome, magical, amazing, wonderful day filled with so much beautiful blessings from your heart, vulnerable unto yourself in every way, bringing it mindfully, projected it into reality. The true beauty you are unto yourself, and for all reflections of yourself, becoming the greatest versions of ourselves, while the universe works in our favor abundantly. I love all of you. High vibrational. Woohoo! 5D New Earth Stars.